Hello, hello. Welcome back. If you're returning, welcome if you're new. My name is Vanessa. And so the energy right now, some different things happening. Feeling like you're being refilled at the moment. Pinks, light blue, opalescent, white light that has almost like this, like all of the colors contained in it, but it looks like it's white. Silvers, golds, peach. There's a softness and a surrender and a trusting that there's a full it's like all of the different extremes that this eclipse season has been presenting, if you've been feeling it. I've never quite felt an eclipse affect me as gnarly. Californians, speak for you. This eclipse, I've really felt it. And I don't recall really like feeling into eclipse energy as intensely as I have been recently. And I guess I first started feeling it a few weeks leading into the eclipse. So there have been really extreme highs and really extreme lows happening almost at like ping pong match speed or like table tennis. And so the reason why I'm right here, right now, talking to you guys about this is because I feel like all of those extremes have really activated a lot. There's been a lot of purging. There's been a lot of crying. There's been a lot of releasing. There's been a lot of reflection time and reflection, both because of some of these really kind of insane, they don't feel like accurate. Like these negative things that are happening feel really out of place and quite confusing, but they're messages from the universe. And then also these really good things happening, because there have been really cool things happening too, and I hope that you've been experiencing that for sure. And with that, it's like, yes, this is exactly what I am creating. This is what I want to step more into. And so the polarity between the two that's being presented right now are both reinforcing each other in that reflection time. And in that, 333 was on the clock when I said that. And today is the 9/9 portal as I am channeling this and recording this, and we'll post it. This, it's not the only time ever that we're gonna have a 999 portal. We've had them in the past. Still doesn't take away from the power that is right now of old endings, basically. Just endings to anything that you're ready to say goodbye to. And closing that door allows a new one to open up. So we're kind of in this limbo state. If you're with me, this is how I've been feeling. And I was pretty peacefully, joyfully surprised at how calm I feel today, how rested I feel. And I felt like kind of like a sponge, metaphorically, that had been really soaking up a lot of like clean water. That's kind of a weird metaphor, but I feel really satiated, and it is light energy. I was really seeing a lot of light filling me this morning. So this message is definitely to help ground you and also to help activate your light codes. And those were the colors I was seeing at first. It was that white, that blue, those light blues, and that opalescent. And then I took a shower. And in the shower, I started to get all of these pinks. And so I figured I would wear pink today under my silk pants. It's a silk pants kind of day. So anyway, I hope this finds you well. Rose quartz can also be really wonderful to work with at this time. Just activating a lot of clarity and love. I pulled out some pre-cards, and it says that everything that you need is supplied by the infinite source of God in the universe, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. So there's also a lot of surrender and faith and trusting that these good things are helping to guide the light, they're a guiding light for you, hoping to guide the way. And these not so pleasant experiences are reinforcing that as well. And it is the universe. It's not something that is so much to be taken like personally, because I feel like some of the negative things that you might be experiencing recently have to do with other people and their ego, and also their own vibration, their emotional maturity or lack thereof, responses from them about things that just don't feel like an accurate reflection of you. It's because you're not being seen you are being seen in those areas. It's just that your light, the embodiment that you have currently, and the light that is filling you up because of all of this work you've been doing, because most likely you're here because you're on a spiritual path and a spiritual journey. And so you carrying these higher frequencies into areas where you felt seen, and now you're being like either accused of things or blamed for things, or completely disregarded, or just like just feeling not appreciated. It's because you are now moving at a higher frequency than those people or energies can comprehend, quite frankly. And so, of course, like, the ego wants to step in and go, well, there's nothing wrong with me down here. It has to be you. Why are you so happy? Why do people really enjoy when you are caring for them so much more than me? There's some sort of there's ego coming in. So, you're being asked to really see this for what it is, and that is all working for you. Even if some of it is kind of painful or challenging, or just really doesn't feel like an accurate reflection of who you are, and you feel like you need to kind of explain or even defend yourself, you actually don't need to. Beautiful, right? So you're realizing that God is your source. Whether you are, if God is a trigger word, maybe the universe, universal love, all there is, source, spirit. For me, they're all interchangeable, honestly. And I am much more comfortable with using the word God than ever before. So in God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there's plenty of abundance for all to share. And then I felt singing and dancing. So validation, if you've been feeling like it would be really nice to just get out there and move your body. There's so much being activated in you right now that movement is going to be incredibly healing, and singing and dancing, quite joyful. So if that is something that you see for yourself, by all means, this is that validation to go ahead and do that. And then we've got employment change that came out with healing away addictions. So as you release these things that no longer serve you, whether it's over analyzing everything, maybe you're addicted to that, or gossip, maybe you're addicted to that, or an actual substance that you've been addicted to, or just that you enjoy partaking in, but it's like a little joy in the moment that leads to dissatisfaction in the long term, rather than releasing that and being a little bit ooh, that would be nice to have that drink or smoke that or say this thing about this person, but I know it's just going to keep me kind of stuck. And instead, let me feel that small discomfort in not partaking in that anymore, and watch as I start to live more and more of my dream life, right? That's kind of like the thought there. So as you embrace that, you live more and more of your dream life, including the way that you work, the career you have, the service you provide, whatever it is that you see yourself doing. It's like a higher aspiration, and your identity, the identity that you are given because of the work that you put out in the world, how you show up out in the world, it all gets better. And then we had crystals on the bottom of the deck. So I'm working with some love, working with some rose quartz. I've got some labradorite in front of me, hematite. Hematite is really helpful for absorbing negative energy. And then I've got labradorite. Technically, I think this is spectralite because it does have some maroons in it. Actually, this one's a good example. This is spectralite. Really commonly misplaced and miscalled as labradorite. Unfortunately, it's not flashing for you any of the maroons or purples that are in here at the moment. But if you see that, it is in fact spectralite. So it's a little fun crystal talk for now. Thank you for joining me on that. Also got some clear quartz. We got some selenite. We got the crystals. So let's begin on a reading, okay? This is all about grounding and activating and moving into that next phase. I'm gonna light this. It smells like straight up potpourri, but it is white sage that I grew and lemon verbena that grows in our front yard here. And oh man, I must have wrapped these up together sometime in the spring, early spring, late winter. Let's just do a little sage with some lemon verbena here. Just smells like sage. I've never dried lemon verbena. So give you a little bit of that too. And we'll just stick it there. I think that will go out. Sometimes, when they keep going and it's like you smoke out the house with sage, and people don't love that. It can smell really intense. Okay, I'm going to use the traditional tarot, my Rider-Waite deck. So what's new in your world? What are the things that you've been realizing that you can allow to let go, allow to release? It's a little bit embarrassing, but a banana chip just fell out of my deck. Guess I was snacking and taroting one day. Okay, so what are you releasing? What are you bringing in? Let's go. Let's see. All right, Spirit. Thank you for letting these messages be clear and understandable for those that are tuning into this reading. It's kind of embodiment of light reading. What is going on? Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, transformation of the vision. Some area of your life that you saw for yourself, some vision you had for yourself that it looks like you actually obtained. You got there. There's transformation happening around that. Maybe it was something that you wanted to check off your bucket list in a way, or you wanted to have that experience so that you could have that experience, but you truly weren't stepping into that as like a long-term vision for yourself. It was just something that you really wanted to to experience, and you have, you know? So there's a little bit of an energy of like, cool, been there, done that, proud of myself for manifesting that. Maybe it's changing more quickly than you anticipated, and that could be bringing up a little bit of fear or worry. Like, oh, I thought this was going to last longer, but also like, I see that the universe is coming in to help bring me a lot of clarity, to help me to understand that, like to have the light bulb go off and to go, you know, yes, you are quite valuable here. However, there's a bigger need for you. There's a bigger purpose for your life here. Ooh, I'm going to need to pull a card or a few from the life purpose deck at some point in this reading I'm getting. Okay. This is a really big change. This is a really big ending to something. And I think that even if it's bringing up a little bit of confusion or sadness or fear or worry or like, I'm not ready to let go yet. Like I just got here. There's also like, well, I do know that I don't want to stay here for a really long time. I know that this is a transition goal that I manifested. And I guess Spirit's kind of ready for me to move on from it, even though my ego mind and my 3D reality were getting comfortable around it. And even enjoying a lot of it. There's a lot of career energy coming up in here, and soul path, life path, purpose. Shameless plug. I'm pretty sure right now I'm going to keep it really simple, and if you would like me to interpret your birth chart for you, I am going to open that up as a donation basis. Usually when I read birth chart for someone, I go for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Since I'm opening up as just donation base with no expectation, but you know, ideally appreciates and is received and reciprocated, but it's donation. So whatever you feel is appropriate, you know, I'm probably only going to be doing like a 20 to 30 minute birth chart interpretation. I would shorten it. But if that's something that you are interested in, and if you resonate with me and you would like for me to look into your chart and to interpret very literally for you, your life purpose, career, love, health, community, independence, identity, subconscious, friendships, travel, home, fun, children, any of those topics, if there's anything that you want to know more about yourself and you'd like me to interpret your birth chart, you can email me starting now, literally, at Queen of Wands and Stars, spell it correctly, at gmail.com. Email me and let me know. The things that I need from you are your birth date plus the year that you were born in. The location you were born in, meaning like the city or town is fine. If you have the hospital, great, but I don't need it. I just need like the city, the town that you were born in, and the time that you were born in. That's the kicker. I do need to know what time you were born in. A rough estimate, you know, within like a 30-minute time frame or an hour, like you're like, I know it was somewhere around like 5 a.m, but you're not sure exactly the minute, but you know it was right around there. That's fine, okay? But if you know the exact time, that's very, very, very beneficial, okay? And you can email me, I already said, queenofwandsandstars@gmail.com, and let me know that you are interested, and then I will record from you. I will not be doing Zooms, I will not be doing one-on-one, I only will be recording it like this, in this style. That way I can give you a really full, jam-packed, like 20 to 30 minute reading that you can have access to at any time. It's private. You could share it with anyone that you wanted to, but it would just be for your eyes only unless you decided you wanted to share it. And then I'll give you my Venmo link. And if you feel like, you know, whatever you would like to give in reception to that, great. Okay, so I am opening that up, and this so far this reading is clarifying that this is the perfect time for me to say that because it's been on my mind. So it's time. I got really excited. I'm thinking about all that. Because honey, this is what I want to do full time, 100%. I have other things I want to create as well, but there's nothing that brings me more joy. So back to the reading. We're tuning into what is that for you? What is it that you're calling in that you've been working on for a while? As you currently experience some things that are a little bit more like heart, like they tug at the heart. There's sentiment here. I really see for many of us that we are in a phase of, I know I need to let this go. And that reflection and the allow yourself to have the period of sadness or mourning of that, or this was a beautiful next checkpoint on my journey. God, it would be so nice to stick around here. I'm seeing backpacking. So it's like a leg in the backpacking journey where you set up camp for the night and you see the most epic sunset and you cook your food and it hits and it's delicious. No, it's camping food. And then you sleep and you wake up and it's just the most incredible sunrise when you make your coffee or tea and you're sitting there just soaking in this beautiful checkpoint in the journey, thinking, this could be a cool place to like hang out for another day or two. You know, there's a lake over there we can swim in. There's this like meadow over here. There's this like, wow, you see all the potential of how great this area could be if you had more time. However, you know that you have more stops to get to the big picture end goal and the ability to say like, I did it. I did the PCT, Pacific Crest Trail. I want to walk the Camino de Santiago. I can 22:22 on the clock when I said that. Calling that in. So for me, it would be like, oh, I'd love to stay in the Spanish town another day or two. And you can do that. But that's not the end goal. So whatever this career thing is, whatever the job is that you currently have, whatever my foot's asleep, honey. Switch sides. Whatever this like is, you know that it's going to end. And allow yourself moving forward during these next few weeks, because it's September 21st is when we have the new moon eclipse. So we just had the full moon endings. You have to release things to make space for something else to come in. So over these next few weeks, as you're being really clear on what it is you're really manifesting here, you are allowed to feel into the emotions of what it's like to allow yourself to let go of that other beautiful experience, all the good that it brought, maybe some tears or frustration at times as well, or confusion. But those negative feelings, again, kind of the universe helping you to see very clearly that it's not meant for you. Any advice, please, Spirit? Yeah, don't repress any type of sadness or mourning, and don't avoid moving forward if you start feeling negative emotions, because it's all a part of what we are here to experience anyway. This is why we are here on Earth living life and lifetimes, is so that we can have this experience. And that means that you take the good with the bad. You can't have the sweet without the sour. So don't let your ego confuse you or convince you, that's what I was looking for, to avoid the feeling of the sadness, the anger, the frustration, the irritability, or the impatience, or the annoyance, or the having to defend yourself, having to fight for yourself, having to express yourself, having to... Don't fight that, because I see some of those emotions coming in as a natural response to you accepting, surrendering, and releasing. Allow yourself to feel into those feelings. What is the advice, please? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Come on. Yeah, that one. This. Boom. Exactly. Enough said. It's a whole new beginning, financially. It's a whole new beginning in your 3D reality. This is something you have yet to experience, but you know it. You've had like little tiny moments where you've been like, that's what that feels like. Oh my God. And this is a guiding light. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, we have the Chariot. Movement forward. Balanced movement forward. In reverse, the Lovers. In reverse. So, for some people, this could have a dynamic with a love interest. For some people, this could be about a loving relationship that you're also releasing, or that you are focused on right now that you need to release. It's not for you. And I'm hearing you made the right choice. So the Lover's card is also about choice. It's not always just about the lovers, literally. It's about making a decision. Do you want to commit to this? Do you not want to commit to this? And so it's a knowingness that you don't want to commit to it. And as you release, even if it's lovely, even if there's so many great aspects about it, it's not the right fit. You're not in the right place, and you know that. And your soul's been kind of whispering that to you for a while, and you're beginning to accept that you're really getting that message. This is literally that message verbatim in this reading. This was meant for you. If you know that you're letting go of something, even though you're not quite ready to step into something else. And it really does affect whether this is completely about employment change for you. Maybe there's no like love thing here. It's all about career. Or if it is a love thing, whatever, no matter what, the result ends up being the same. And this is about creating a whole new foundation financially for yourself in a way that lights you up, that brings in the right person for you to be with, that connects you with the right community, it connects you with the right mentors, it connects you to your soul babies, your children, the children that you're gonna have birth to, that are waiting for you, or that you're gonna adopt, or that you're going to be like, maybe you're a teacher and you're gonna be moving to a completely different school in an area that just like, and in a subject, or working for a principal or people that like, things like are so much better than you could ever imagine. So we have the Fool, brand new beginning, with the Page of Swords. So there's a lot of curiosity here around what this new beginning is naturally. And it's not so much that it's unknown to you. You've actually already been doing the research. You've already been studying. You've already been learning. You've already been creating this future for yourself. And for who knows how long. Most likely at least 4 years, if not longer. Getting that 3, 4, 5 year mark that this has been brewing if not longer. So this has been going on for a long time. And on the bottom of the deck, we have that Ten of Pentacles. Honey, yes. Life purpose. Yep, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. And that's gonna be the reading for today. This is very much how this 999 portal is activating you, grounding you, and allowing you to surrender and put faith into your future, because this next volume is more monumental than any that you've previously experienced for yourself, in terms of how much satisfaction you'll feel, how much joy you'll feel, how much love this brings in, how much abundance this brings in, how much personal satisfaction this brings in. A lot of us are generators. I'm a generator. I'm a 3-5 generator in human design. And satisfaction is like the goal. And frustration is the, red flag. I'm in the wrong place. If I start feeling frustrated, not for me. So if you're a generator, this is very much advice for you. Frustration is a key word. You're in the wrong place or with the wrong people. Satisfaction is a key word. That is the goal. And feeling satisfied at the end of the day because of what you've done, who you're with, who you are, who you're becoming, who you're embodying. Huge. So let's get some ideas here for certain people. This is just mostly going to be validation, because these are going to be different types of life purposes that I'm going to be calling out. So if there's one here that really resonates with you, this is just even more of a validation for you. If you see something here and it's not what you're moving towards, doesn't mean the reading's not for you. Obviously, you're still here listening, so clearly it resonates. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, okay? Healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So you could be in nursing school, you could be thinking about going into nursing school, you could be stepping away from the actual like Western medicine more into like an Eastern medicine mode. You could have studied Eastern medicine and now you want to enter into Western medicine because you know that there needs to be an integration between the two. You could just practice energy work. It doesn't, you can heal people in so many different ways. And I'm also picking up that it could be for animals too. So some of you could be, you rescue animals and you've turned it into a full-time job when you used to do something else completely. Or you're creating an animal sanctuary, or you're going to veterinary school now because you want to help heal animals. There is something about whatever it is that you do, and it doesn't have to be a traditional method of healing, but you are a healer. And I think that that applies to basically most everyone who is tuning into this. You are a healer. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. We all have the capacity to heal ourselves and heal others. Okay, what else, Spirit? Who else am I speaking to here? How can I further assist with these oracle messages? Oh, support. Your life purpose fully supports you. It's got this thing. This is like a medicine symbol. I'm also picking up on Hermes and Mercury energy. Hermes, Mercury to Thoth. You know who I'm talking about. Who's also actually Mercury and Hermes, just an Egyptian spirituality. I'm getting caught up on that because it's just more healing. More healing messages. And look at those beautiful pink wings. I was never growing up, and it's just been in the past few years that pink has really started to speak to me as like something that I feel incredibly, like a color that I feel very soothed by and comfortable with. That's why I'm wearing all pink today. All pink. And the silk pants. So maybe having something with you that has those pinks, those peach tones, lavender tones even, rose gold, something about pink. Okay, teaching. I knew I was speaking to some teachers. You inspire young people to learn. You could be teaching people how to step into their own healing. Who else am I speaking to? Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skulls. Skulls. It's a weird Freudian slip. I don't know about that. But you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. This goes also with healing away addictions. So you could be completely changing your diet at this time to support you in so many different ways. Let's do one more, and then we'll wrap it up. I really hope that this helps you. Beautiful work. Keep going. You're doing great. We're hanging in there. One last card, please, here. Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. So there's a lot of support here. There's a lot of like healing energy. I would be calling in teachers and healers. It is a part of my energetic code. And so I'm here to support you with that too. And I don't think I've noticed like the healing aspect so much, but these cards are like, all of them say heal in it, or literally healer. Builder doesn't say healer in there. Freedom doesn't say heal in there. Strength doesn't say heal in there. Study doesn't say heal in there. Leadership does not say heal in there. Books doesn't say heal. Flowers doesn't say heal. Justice, nope. Creative expression, light and love does say healing. Okay, we got another healing one. Sensitivity, no. Okay. Spiritual teacher, you heal. Okay, options. Family. I'm just kind of emphasizing that the fact that the healing element came through in so many ways means that like you're definitely a healer. Who I'm speaking to right now, this collective, you have incredible healing capabilities. So also remember, you can utilize that healing energy for your own healing journey. Let go. Time to decide. Practice. Author. You're on the right path. Infinite abundance. I mean, literally, I'm like looking. Okay, body work. Healing. Okay. Talk to your angels. School. Speaker. Career change. I'm gonna do this. Environmentalist. Children. Healing. Heart's desires. Yoga. Does not say the word, although I'd argue. Well, all of these things that are in the not healing pile don't say anything about it. They're all arguably able to heal, of course. But again, okay, crystals, healing. Oracle cards, protected. Writing, heal. Music, healing. Trust. Travel. Energy, healing. Healing. Artist. Animals. Even animals doesn't say healing, even though it's just a given that it would be. So I'm really, really being called to just emphasize how incredibly healing you are. And that might be one of the biggest ahas or gifts or messages coming in for you right now. You are a healer. You can help heal others. And all of this is for your own healing and benefit, and so that you can continue these positive cycles and ripple that out. I really hope this helps you. If it did, like, comment, share how this resonated. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.